Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, you're very welcome. Before we get started, if you've not subscribed to my channel already, please do now. Thank you. So my model had some makeup on her face, so I had to thoroughly clean it with my micellar cleansing water before I now went in to hydrate her skin with Hii Beauty spray. Her skin type is normal to dry, so I'm just going to be using a moisturizing primer only before going straight into foundation application. I like to warm up the moisturizer with my fingers before applying it onto her face. I feel this will help it to really absorb into the skin. For foundation, I'm using Maybelline Super Stay in 334, which I'm applying all over her face with a flat brush. Before blending with my sponge, I will go in again with the spray I used earlier. This will help you to blend seamlessly and have a skin-like finish by the time you are done. I just started doing this recently and I've been loving the results so far. If you're a beginner at this, when blending your foundation with your sponge or with your brush, you dab or you pat the foundation into the skin just the way I'm doing now. You don't drag so that it doesn't leave streaks, and this dabbing motion also helps you to get maximum coverage. I should also point out that less is always more. It's always easier to start your foundation application with little products. If it's not enough, you can always add more, but if you start with too much, you're going to have a lot of problem blending before it can look good. Guys, can you see how this foundation is looking skin-like? Seriously, video is not doing it justice at all. Now that I'm done blending the face, I'll now be reintroducing structure onto her face with highlighting and contouring. I'm starting with highlighting. So I'm using, I can't remember the concealer I'm using, but I'll check and leave it in the description box below. I'm just basically placing the concealer on the high points of the face, the areas where naturally reflects light. I'm applying it under her eyes, the bridge of her nose, her forehead, her chin, and her cupid's bow. And then I'll go right into blending with my sponge. Highlighting is definitely one very powerful aspect of makeup. It can take your look from 0 to 100 in a bit. This is the reason why you need to get it right. You take your time to blend it before moving on to another step. As much as possible, make sure the concealer blends into the foundation. There should be no line of demarcation between your concealer and your foundation.
I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights.
Now that I'm done highlighting the face, the next step is contouring, which I'll also be doing with a darker concealer. So I'm going to be contouring the whole of her cheek, her jawline, her temple, and the bridge of her nose. I'm also dabbing this in as gently as I can because I don't want it to overpower the whole face. For the nose contour, I recommend that you use a concealer that is a shade lighter than the concealer you used for the rest of her face. This is so that the nose contour can still be a bit soft. It doesn't look nice when it looks very harsh. Once I'm done with this, I'll be going in with powder. It's basically just repeating the same process. I'm going to be setting my highlights and my contouring. I'm going to be setting my highlights with a lighter powder, and I'm going to be setting my contour with a darker powder. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just setting her under eyes, and then I'll move to the other areas where I also highlighted. Then I'll repeat the same steps for the contour as well. If you are pressed for time, you're in a hurry, you can just keep the concealer contouring and use only powder for your contour.
I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end.
Now I'm just setting the whole face with powder, and after that I'll go back in with that spray I used at the beginning again, just to remove that powdery finish and give it a skin-like texture. I'm skipping the brow steps in this video because I just uploaded a very detailed eyebrow tutorial. You need to go and watch it. The link will be in the description box below. Now it's time for baking. This is the only kind of baking I know how to do. So I'm applying setting powder on her face now. I'm just basically applying it on all the areas where I highlighted, and then I'm doing a reverse contour. I'm applying it beneath the cheek contour that I did to make it pop. Next, I'm applying eyeshadow primer on her eyelid on everywhere I intend to place eyeshadow. Now I'm going in with this matte nudish brown eyeshadow, and that will be my main color for her eyelid. And I'm going to be giving it depth by applying dark brown eyeshadow to the outer corner of her eyes and blending it towards her crease area.
Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up, the world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got.
I'm also bringing the eyeshadow down to her lower lash line. I'm applying the same colors that I basically applied above. After this, I went ahead to dust off the excess setting powder and then started lining with my Inglot Gel liner. I actually started lining the eyes before I remembered that I did not dust off the setting powder, so I had to pause and dust off the setting powder, then continue.
Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up, the world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world.
Now I'm applying mascara on her lashes. This is so that it can blend with the false lashes when I apply them. After this, it's glow time. So I'll be applying my bronzer, but before then, I'll go back in with that spray again. Yes, so that my bronzer can really pop when I place it on it. So I'm quickly applying my blush lightly. I'm just dusting it on the apple of her cheeks, and then I'll go in with my bronzer application. This is my favorite part here. This is my favorite part of makeup application. I love it so much that when I have a client sometimes and they say, I want a matte look, in my mind I'm like, how can somebody want a matte look? How can you not want to glow? I really hope it's not only me. If you are like me that you just love to glow, let me know in the comment section. And yes, if you've not liked this video, now is the time to like it. Please go and give it a huge thumbs up now, and also subscribe before you leave. Please, please, please subscribe. Thank you. Next, I'll be using a Lenten Mascara to really bring out her lower lashes before I go ahead to place the false lashes.
Like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got.
And finally, semi-finally, the lipstick application. I'm lining her lips with this brownish nude lipstick, after which I'll go in with a very light, almost white nude lipstick and blend it together, then cover it up with my transparent gloss. I was thinking of what I could do to like jazz up the look a bit. I was thinking of putting the glitter liner beneath or above her eyes, but I remember that I already had eyeshadow underneath her eyes, so I applied it above, and I really liked the outcome. I hope you liked it too. If you did, let me know in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching my video. You can also check me out on Instagram at De'Belle Makeovers. Follow me and let's connect there. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to your loved ones and friends. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Falling, the cityscape by night. Wanna catch in my photos where you go. Every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights.